Hey guys, head to Caffeine Octane presents ThatDudeinBlue's Just Drifted on June 11th, 2022 with unlimited seat time drifting, drift games, halftime show, and much more. Tickets are on sale in the description below or at the gate. The Honda S2000 is arguably Honda's last intensely raw sports car. With a short wheelbase, an amazing F-Series engine, and so much more, the S2000 captured the hearts and mind of enthusiasts everywhere, and people went crazy with this car. From supercharging the F-Series engine all the way to LS swapping the S2000, it was a blank canvas for many. This is a turbocharged S2000 with a sleeved block, pistons and rods, and a Turbonetics turbocharger, making over 600 wheel horsepower. In this tiny little car, it is no joke. So what's it like driving a crazy turbocharged S2000? Let's go for a drive and find out. Before we get started with today's video, I just want to give a huge thanks to today's sponsor, Keeps. Keeps is an online subscription service that helps men keep their hair. And did you know that 2 out of 3 guys experience some form of hair loss by the time they're 35? And that sneaks up on you way faster than you think. Keeps offers clinically proven, research-backed treatments to stop hair loss and improve hair growth. And with Keeps, you get quality expert care without having to visit a doctor or a pharmacy. And all Keeps treatment plans are doctor recommended and delivered straight to your door at about half the cost of a traditional pharmacy. And with Keeps, you have a routine that works for you. Whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of the hair you have, Keeps has you covered. And in addition to having clinically proven treatments, Keeps has an award-winning all-natural thickening shampoo and conditioner system. And Keeps physicians will help you find the correct product for your specific condition and hair goals. And most Keeps customers start showing results within the first 6 months of treatment. Keeps treatment plans come with unlimited doctor messaging, so you can ask any questions or concerns about hair loss, treatments, all sorts of stuff. Keeps has you covered. Hair loss stops with Keeps. To get a special offer on Keeps treatments, go to keeps.com/thatDudeinBlue or click the link in the description. That's KEEPS.com/thatDudeinBlue. Hello and welcome to the first ever turbocharged S2000 I've ever reviewed. A single time I did just for a little bit for a cruising run off camera, but this will be the first time I go into a deep dive. So, the Honda S2000, it was the second manual car I'd ever driven. My uncle had a black AP2 just like this one, and I fell in love with it. And it also got me to understand why people love Hondas. Hitting VTEC my very first time in the Honda S2000 made me go, oh, so this is why people are obsessed. And I've driven a stock one. I've driven a supercharged track spec one. I've driven a spoon S2000. You name it, I've been very fortunate, I've done it. But I'm very excited to see what it's like driving one that's very well set up with a turbo on it. Oh my God. Okay, Harley man. So, we have RPF ones up front on a BFG street tire, and then we have welds in the back with a giant slick. And honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm very glad I have a big, massive tire on this thing, because this thing makes a lot of power. This makes over 600 horsepower to the wheels in a car this small. To be fair though, I did drive a Hayabusa turbocharged swap smart car yesterday, so this feels like a walk in the park in comparison. The shifter in the S2000, one of the best in the business, maybe of all time. It's definitely a contender of all time. At the same time, the S2000 I've always nicknamed the 4-cylinder Viper. The windshield feels very similar. It has a low roof line, even with the soft top. You're very in the car. You are kind of one with the car. And for some people, they could probably find it way more claustrophobic than even a Miata. So to change the boost, all I have to do is hit this gauge right here and hold it. Okay, there we go. Just had to hit this button on the AEM right here, and now I'm good to go. Oh, sounds good. We have a piston rod sleeved motor. Along with that, we have a massive hood exit. Oh! Okay, so one of the scariest things about the S2000 is its short wheelbase. It can get away from you very easily. The S2000 has a very high limit, but when you breach that limit, there's pretty much no coming back. So you gotta be kind of careful driving the S2000. Way back in the day, I said, yeah, the S2000 would be a great first sports car. No, I don't agree with that anymore whatsoever. I think there's a lot that can give you a false sense of security with the S2000. But this rides very well, it feels very good. It's actually surprisingly much quieter than I expected. Not a lot of drone. We also have the hard top, which gives it a nice look as well. And of course, this was the first digital gauge cluster I've ever driven as well. And to me, the S2000 is one of Honda's last really great raw cars. It is just a fantastic feeling car. Rear wheel drive, and of course, the F-Series engine. Oh man, big old fireball at the front there. What's really awesome is that it's actually hooking. That's amazing. And when you look at the back of this S2000, it's just got the meat. It's got a really cool stance with kind of that cutout bumper look, big old fat meats in the back with the welds. It's a great presence. This car has great presence. It's like, hey now, isn't that supposed to be on a circuit track and not this? And of course, we gotta talk about the F-Series engine. The F-Series engine is a fantastic 4-cylinder engine. Also, the clutch on this is way easier to drive than I expected. This also makes a lot more torque than I expected as well. It makes 495 foot-pounds of torque. So it's a lot, it spools up much faster than a lot of other turbo Hondas I've driven. The shifter is just, serotonin. So sick. Hooking. This thing, even if it does lose traction a little bit, it tracks really straight. This thing really shines. Second gear, 40 roll, dead hooks in a car this small with a short wheelbase. It just goes. A lot of other times, you'll misbalance a car if you don't have a skinny in the front with the resistance and grip of a slick in the back. This though, I'm not feeling any of that. It's no problem. I just love the decel. All the noises. Shoo. Oh, you know, just highway cruising in the 600 plus wheel horsepower S2000 with a hood exit. No big deal. Brakes work. Dude, yeah, once you're done with second gear, you need a lot of room for third gear. This thing just starts cooking. The supercharged setup, if I were to compare it to this, it's very linear, right? It's belt driven, so it's very predictable. It almost feels like it's almost naturally aspirated, right? You just have more power. With this, it has that, you know, dramatic, here we go. Things are about to happen, and then just chaos ensues. Yeah, buddy. Woo! Start crap walking a little bit up top. Oh man! Had to put some inputs in. You know, to save my life. The shifter in this inspires so much confidence. It's so easy to drive. You don't feel like you're looking for gears or anything like that. In an S2000, when you're in gear, you know you're in gear. That's one of the best things about it. What do you think about the turbocharged S2000? It's awesome. It's definitely pretty rad. It's not for the faint of heart, I can tell you that. It takes a lot of focus when you start getting into it, right? It feels like I'm driving a really fast, like EG or EK hatch, but rear wheel drive. And I know that those are lighter, but you get what I mean. Just with the power band, how it comes on, wild. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of the turbocharged S2000. And on that note, I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And I will see you guys next time. And take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.